We are going to talk about how to calculate the duration of measures of the entire music. So the magic number that we have in music is 60. Let me write here. So 60 is the number that measures not only music, but life. How many years do you have? How many days? How many minutes and seconds? So 6 is the second. So 6 is 1 second or 1 minute. In this case, it's 1 second or 1 minute. So in music, it's no different. How do you calculate here the value of this measure or the first 4 measure? Because the BPM is 50. So what you do, you put 60 divided by 50. How much is that? Who could answer? It's called 1.2. 1.2 seconds, okay? So 1.2 seconds per dotted chord note. One dotted chord note is equal to 3/8 notes. 3/8 notes is equal of 6/16 notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For each 2/16 note is equal of 1/8 note. I'm going to just put here just for a matter. Each 16th note is equal of 1/8 note. So 1/8 note is equal to 2/16 note. 1/8 note is equal to 2/16 note. 1/8 note is equal to 2/16 note. And 3/8 note is equal to 1 dotted chord note. This is dotted chord note. 1 dotted chord note is equal to 3/8 note. Also is equal to 6/16 note. Each 2/16 note is equal to 1/8 note. 6/16 note on the is equal to 1 dotted chord note. And the time signature is 6/8 note, which means 6/8 note per measure. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because 1 dotted chord note is equal to 3/8 notes, so 3 plus 3 is 6. So we are good here. So 1 dotted chord note on the BPM is equal to 50. So for me to know the duration of the first measure, so I get 6 divided by 50. So it's equal to 1.2 seconds duration. So I want to know for the measure 1, 2, 3, 4. So measure 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4. What's the duration? So what I do? So per beat is 1.2. So per measure is 2.4. Multiply by 4 because measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 measures. So 4 is equal of what? 9 seconds, 9.2 seconds. The duration of these 4 measures when the BPM is equal 50. Do you know that music Seasons of Love, 525,600 minutes in 1 year, not the bisexual, not the, when you have the February of 29 days, but the February as of 28. So therefore, it's 525,600 minutes is 1 year. So you calculated everything so by the 60. So 60 is not only but for the music, it's for our own counting of years, at least in this life. Until now, we did not change it. Unless they change it, so we are like that. In music, does not matter what the tempo is, so you calculate it like that. So from the measure 1, 2, 3, 4, the BPM is equal 50 by the dotted coordinate node. Duration of these 4 measures 9.2 seconds. The duration of the first measure is 2.4 seconds. Let's listen. Now I have a change of time signature here. 2.4. But in this 2.4 remain the 4/8 note. So 1, 2, 3, 4. How many 16th notes? 12. Let's see if this here would have the 6/8 measure. Just for now, okay? 6/8 measure. How do you calculate? Now the changes here on the measure 7. Measure 7, the dotted part of the note is equal to 75. So how do you calculate it? Six divided by 75 equal 0.8. 0.8 is 800 milliseconds. That in 1 minute is 48. So per bit, we have 0.8. So multiplied by 2. 0.8 multiplied by 2 because I have 2 bits in each measure. Is equal of 1.6. 1.6 seconds. Now I have 4 measures, so I multiply by 4 measures. So it's 1.6 multiplied by 4 measures is equal 6.4 seconds. Let me see this correctly. Yes, it's equal to 6.4 seconds. The duration of those 4 measures when the dotted coordinate is equal to 75 BPM. So it's equal to 6.4. Why I'm doing this? Because this music has many different of the time signature, sorry, the tempo. Here on the measure 27, the BPM is equal to 80. Let's do the same. 6 divided by 8, 80. Is equal to 0.75. Now 0.75 because it's each bit, so multiplied by 2 because each measure has 2 bits on the 680. Is equal to 1.5 seconds per measure. So I want the 4 measures because it's doing that the 4 measures, so it's 1.5 multiplied by 4. It's equal to 6. So now you understood. How do you perform that? So let me just erase this again. Let's see if we can hear. Let me see if I can hear here. Yeah, so you can hear. So that's a good thing. So let me share here my. Here's one answer. So one answer like that, to calculate the duration of certain measures, you need to use the tempo of those measures. That's true. And in this case, the total number of dotted coordinates in those measures. So the measure is 1 to 4. The tempo, the BPM is 50. There are 8 dotted coordinates, but we don't count like that, not 8. We count by measure. Music counts measure by measure. So first we have the 60 divided by 50, that's 1.2. That's the dotted coordinate value per beat. So 1.2 seconds per minute. Each measure has 2 beats, so 2 dotted coordinates per measure. So 2.4 seconds. In each measure has 2.4 seconds. Now we're going to measure 1, 2, 3, 4 multiplied by 4 is equal of 9.6 seconds. So the duration of the measure 1, 2, 3, 4 is equal of 9.2 seconds. Let me just find here the file, okay? Yes, I found it, okay. So I measure 1, 2, 3, 4, where the BPM is equal to 50. So each, how do I find it? And write again here. I like pink, so per dotted coordinate is equal to 50. So I need to have 60, that is our measurement, divided by 50. So it's equal of 1.2 seconds per beat. 1.2 seconds per dotted coordinate. But each measure has 2 beats, so it means it's going to be 1.2 multiplied by 2 is 2.4 seconds per measure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, so 2.4 multiplied by 4 measures is equal to 0.9. .6 seconds. That's the duration of measure 1, 2, 3, 4 when the BPM is equal to 50 on the time signature of 6/8. 6/8 means 6/8 note per measure. 2/16 note is equal to 1/8 note. So 2, 2, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 6/8 notes per measure, or 2 dotted coordinate. Here on the measure, on the BPM, now measure 5 is the BPM is equal to 75. So to know the duration of each beat, so you have 6 divided by 75, that is equal of 0.8. 0.8 seconds is 800 milliseconds. But this is 1 bit. So I want to know the entire measure that is 2 bits. So 0.8 multiplied by 2, that is equal to 1.6 seconds. But I need to know by the 4 measures. So 1, 2, 3, 4 measures. 1.6 multiplied by 4. That is equal to 6.4 seconds. The duration of the measure 5, 6, 7, and 8 is 6.4 seconds. Now, from the duration of the measure 9, 10, 11, 12, that is easy. 6 divided by 6 is equal to 1. So for 1 bit, so for 2 bits, it's going to be 2 seconds. But now for 4 measures, so 1, 2, 3, 4 measures multiplied by 4 is equal to 8 seconds. So, but now how can you play this music? You need to find the referential. What I learned from my professors, from Professor Burro Med, Emílio de Carvalho, they told you need to have the smaller note. In this case, the 16th note. So I need to have ta 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 ta. In this music here, the 16th in the group of three, so ta 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 ta, and here is by 1 ta 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 ta. It's like the hemiola that ta 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 ta. 1 2 1 2 ta 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 ta. From the measure 4 to 5, you think in triplets. So ta 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 ta. That is a hemiola. Let me, or hemiola, I'm not sure how to say that in the right English. Like that. When you have, at least the idea, when you have this is like a 2 plus 3, so ta 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 1 2 1 2 ta 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 by 2. So the group of the 2 16 also ta 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 ta. So when you get to the 75, the 16 will be like triple ta 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 ta. So it means the 3 16ths for 1 dotted 8th note. Go back the same tempo, almost, as the number 1, but by 0.1. And here, so ta 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 ta. Tam pam pam. Okay, so now how to calculate that? One more time. To know the duration of the beat, so I have the 6 divided by 8. That is equal to 0.75 per beat. But I have 2 beats in each measure, so it's 0.75 multiplied by 2. That is equal of 1.5. But I want to know for 4 measures, so measures 13, 14, 15, and 16. So 1.5 multiplied by 4 is equal of 6. Why do you need to know that? Because when you play, it's not the even note, it's all the even note. This beautiful music from the movie Oppenheimer. Composer is Ludwig Göransson. The piano arrangement by Patrick Pitchman, yes. And my transcriptions show oboe and cello. So that's the reason that we do those calculations, so you know what you play and how to play. And to do that, we have the metronome. Ta, 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. So today, I think you understood this part here, né? So thank you. See you next time.